Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Sunday. We got a full NFL slate on the board today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links to get in on the action, guys. And guys, go ahead and sign up for the giveaway if you haven't already. It's so easy. The link is in the description. The steps, it's very simple. Just literally go on my Twitter, my pinned tweet at the top, like it, and comment your favorite NFL or NBA team. Not that many of you have even done that, guys, so your odds of winning are so insanely high right now. Take a second, do it. It supports the channel, guys, supports the sponsors, and one of you is gonna get some dope merch in the next week or so. So it's really a win-win. So you got nothing to lose. And yeah, guys, we'll hop in it. A lot of action on the board. Starting with, we got a 9:30 a.m. Germany game here. We got the Seattle Seahawks versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs opening up as a 2.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 45. Seattle coming into this matchup 6-3 covering the spread. Tampa 4-5, 2-6-1 covering the spread. Head to head, both teams have won 5 out of the last 10 meetings, and don't see any crazy injuries on Seattle's side. For Tampa, still, missing some linemen. Shaq Barrett out for the year. Still the same kind of injuries for Tampa. And guys, we're pretty much about halfway through the season, and Seattle's a good team. It's just very easy to say that. Seahawks are a very good team. We didn't think they're going to be that much, but they're good. They're a lot better than the Bucs are right now. A lot better than a lot of teams in the NFL. We got Seattle on a 4-game winning streak, coming off a nice Arizona win. Tampa finally getting their first win. They're on a 3-game losing streak, but barely beating the Rams. I mean, this team doesn't score many points, and Seattle scores points. There's 31, 27, 37, 19, 32, 48. This team can score. Tampa Bay, 16, 22, 3, 18, 21. They haven't gotten more than 22 points in their last 5 games. And I did see a stat. Geno Smith is like 4-0 or 5-0 against Tom Brady all time. Crazy stat. Neutral site here. Buying a point. Give me Seahawks plus 3.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Cleveland Browns versus the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins opening up as a 3.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 49.5. Browns coming into this matchup 3-5, 4-4 covering the spread. The Dolphins 6-3, 4-5 covering the spread. Head to head, Cleveland is 5-3 in their last 8 meetings. As far as injuries go, don't see any crazy injuries on the Cleveland side. Same with Miami. Cleveland coming off a just dominating Cincinnati win. And then Miami, they're on a 3-game winning streak, coming off a nice Chicago win, back-to-back 30-plus point games. This one's a tough one, it really is, because Cleveland's been good against Miami. 7-1 covering against Miami. I don't know, it just has a fun one written all over it. I think Myles Garrett and that D-line will probably give Tua a little bit of trouble here, but I think it'll be a close one, and I think the line's perfect the way it is, and I like the Browns plus 3.5. I think they're a great underdog today. Next matchup, we got the Denver Broncos versus the Tennessee Titans. Titans opening up as a 2.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 39. Denver coming into this matchup 3-5, 3-5 covering the spread. The Titans 5-3, 6-2 covering the spread. Head-to-head, Denver is 5-4 in their last 9 meetings. As far as injuries go, no crazy injuries for Denver. No Jeffrey Simmons or Amani Hooker for Tennessee. A couple defensive pieces out for them. No Bud Dupree or Zach Cunningham. Yeah, a lot of defensive players out for Tennessee. And it looks like Ryan Tannehill is good to go. So they will be getting Tannehill back, which is good. Hopefully he is actually healthy. Denver coming off a 4-point Jags win. Titans coming off a tough 3-point loss against Kansas City. I mean, they were on a 5-game winning streak. They could have easily won that Kansas City game, been on a 6-game winning streak. This is a good Titans team. And Derrick Henry's going to run the ball. And Probably be a low scoring kind of game here. Already the over-under's at 39, pretty low. Even with the defensive injuries, I just don't trust Russell Wilson. I mean, offensively, they've been so bad. I mean, they got 21 the last game, but they've scored 9, 16, 9, 23, 11, 16, 16. Otherwise, Tennessee haven't been putting up crazy points either. So I think it's going to be a close game, but man, I like the Titans to close it out at home. And I think Derrick Henry's they're going to control the run game here. And we just haven't seen it from Russ, and I just can't trust, especially on the road. I'm going to take Titans minus 2.5 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Detroit Lions versus the Chicago Bears. Bears opening up as a 2.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 48.5. Lions coming into this matchup 2-6, 4-4 covering the spread. The Bears 3-6, 4-1 covering the spread. Head to head, the Bears are 7-3 in their last 10 matchups. As far as injuries go, nothing crazy on the Detroit side. Same with Chicago. Detroit coming off a Green Bay win. They're 1-5 in their last 6. Chicago on a 2-game losing streak. Coming off a tough 3-point loss against Miami. It was Justin Fields' best game of his career. And I think it's a great spot for them at home against this horrible Lions team. Give me Bears minus 2.5 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Houston Texans versus the New York Giants. Giants opening up as a 4.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 41. Texans coming into this matchup 1-6-1, 4-3-1 covering the spread. The Giants 6-2, 6-2 covering the spread. Head-to-head, Giants are 4-1 head-to-head all-time against Houston. As far as injuries go, don't see any crazy ones for Houston. And then the Giants, nothing crazy. They still have their wide receiver problems, but Houston on a 3-game losing streak. I mean, they've been horrible. They really have. Giants playing great, coming off a Seattle loss, but 4-1 in their last 5. They're playing great football here. Yeah, I like the Giants at home. Houston 1-4 straight up against the Giants, 1-4 on the road, so not really getting it done on the road here. I'm going to take the Giants minus 4.5 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs opening up as a 9.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 51. Jags coming into this 3-6, 3-6 covering the spread. The Chiefs 6-2, 3-5 covering the spread. Head-to-head, the Chiefs are 6-4 in their last 10 matchups. No major injuries for the Jags. No Frank Clark or McCole Hardman for Kansas City. Jags coming off a 7-point Raiders win. Kansas City coming off a tough Tennessee win. But got the win there. Jags 1-5 covering against Kansas City. 0-5 against the Chiefs. Yeah, I love the Chiefs here, especially at home. Going to be tough for the Jags and Trevor on the road. Give me Chiefs minus 9.5 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Vikings versus the Buffalo Bills. Bills opening up as a 6.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 44.5. Vikings coming into this matchup 7-1, 3-4-1 covering the spread. Buffalo 6-2, 4-3-1 covering the spread. Head-to-head, Buffalo is 4-3 in their last 7 meetings. Don't see any crazy injuries for Minnesota. Buffalo, no Jordan Poyer, Greg Rousseau, so missing some key defensive players for Buffalo. And Josh Allen's probable, but I just don't think Josh Allen's that healthy. I really don't. I mean, barely really practiced all week and dealing with a kind of a bad injury. We're going to see how they manage it. And, if he gets hit wrong or tackled wrong here, sacked wrong, I don't know, man. It could be tougher for Josh Allen. And this is a very good Minnesota team. Minnesota is on a 6-game winning streak coming off a Washington win. Buffalo coming off a Jets loss. Just an embarrassing loss where Josh Allen played very bad. And he's already coming into this hurt. I like the Vikings here. I'm going to buy a point. I think Vikings plus 7.5 is a great play. I think it's going to be a close game. These are two really, two elite teams in the NFL right now. and I just don't trust the health of Josh Allen. That's my only concern. I'm gonna take Vikings plus 7.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the New Orleans Saints versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Saints opening up as a 1-point road favorite with the over/under at 39.5. Saints coming into this matchup 3-6, 3-6 covering the spread. The Steelers 2-6, 3-4-1 covering the spread. Head to head, the Saints are 4-1 in the last 5 matchups. As far as injuries go, no Marshawn Lattimore and just Peter McCoy, missing a lot of offensive linemen for this Saints team. TJ Watt finally coming back for Pittsburgh. That's a huge addition to this defensive pass rush here. No Minka Fitzpatrick. Saints coming off a bad Baltimore loss. Pitt coming off a bad Philly loss. Yeah, both teams coming off some losses, playing pretty bad at the start of the season. I'm gonna take the home team here. Not a matchup I'm in love with at all, but I'm gonna take Pitt money line at home and +1. Next matchup, we got the Indianapolis Colts versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders opening up as a 4-point home favorite with the over/under at 41. Colts coming into this matchup 3-5-1, 3-6 covering the spread. The Raiders 2-6, 3-5 covering the spread. Head to head, the Colts are 6-4 in their last 10 matchups. As far as injuries go, don't see any crazy injury. Looks like Jonathan Taylor's good to go. From what I'm seeing, I don't know if Matt Ryan's going to start or not. I have no idea. I'm sure we'll find out later what the quarterback situation is. Because, the new coaching staff or the new coach with Jeff Saturday, we'll see what happens. But yeah, no Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow on IR, so missing a lot of pieces there. Colts on a 3-game losing streak, coming off a 26-3 loss against the Patriots. The Raiders on a 2-game losing streak, coming off a Jags loss. Ugly matchup here. I like the home team. I like the Raiders. I just don't trust the Colts. Despite the coaching change, the team's been bad. The run game's been so bad. Jonathan Taylor hasn't done nothing. Quarterback play's been horrible. Raiders, yeah, they've been horrible too, but I like the home crowd. And Derek Carr's on the hot seat. He's got to get it going here. So I'll take Raiders -4 money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Arizona Cardinals versus the Los Angeles Rams. Rams opening up as a 2.5-point home favorite with the over/under at 39.5. Cardinals coming into this matchup 3-6, 4-5 covering the spread. The Rams 3-5, 2-5-1 covering the spread. Head to head, the Rams are 9-1, 8-1-1 covering the spread. Now, guys, this is an ugly matchup. So from what I'm seeing, we'll see if it happens. But I'm seeing Kyler Murray and Matthew Stafford both are possibly going to be out this game. It's not 100% confirmed, but I think there is a possibility both of them are out. And if so, stay away from this game, guys. There's no reason to bet on this game. Maybe bet the under. It's going to be 2 backup quarterbacks in the game. Arizona on a 2-game losing streak. Same with the Rams. We're going to see if somehow both quarterbacks do play. I'm going to take the home team and take the Rams -2.5 and money line at home. But if Colt McCoy and I think John Wolford are the quarterbacks for this game, I'm not betting on this game. I'm not going to give a pick on it, and I'm staying away. So if both those quarterbacks are out, staying away. If they both play, we'll take the Rams. And that's pretty much how it's going to go. Next matchup, we got the Dallas Cowboys versus the Green Bay Packers. Cowboys opening up as a 4-point road favorite with the over/under at 44. Cowboys coming into this matchup 6-2, 6-2 covering the spread. The Packers 3-6, 3-6 covering the spread. Head to head, Green Bay is 8-2, 7-3 covering their spread. Head to head, don't be fooled by that number though, because they've been so bad this season. No major injuries. Pretty much got to see if Ezekiel Elliott's going to play. That's been the biggest question mark all week, is if Zeke will play. And Green Bay, Devondre Campbell is out. They did lose some Eric Stokes out for the year. So they had some bad injuries last week. And Dallas on a 2-game winning streak, coming off a 49-point game against Chicago. Packers, they're on a 5-game losing streak, coming off of just scored 9 points against Detroit. That's just insane. This is not a good Packers team, guys. Whatever the numbers are going to say, Packers are the better head-to-head team, and they sure are, but not this season. Dallas 6-1 covering in their last 7. Yeah. It's a good spot for the Packers at home, but just because they're at home, they're not magically going to get a win against a very good Cowboys team that's playing great defense, which they're going to get after Aaron Rodgers here. So, Cowboys -4 and money line on the road, and I think the awful woes continue for the Packers here. In the last matchup, we got Sunday Night Football. We got the Los Angeles Chargers versus the San Francisco 49ers. The Niners opening up as a 7.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 45. Chargers coming into this matchup 5-3. 5-3 covering the spread. The 49ers 4-4. 4-4 covering the spread. Head-to-head, Chargers are 5-2 head-to-head here. As far as injuries go, no Keenan Allen. Mike Williams is out. So they've been without their key offensive guys for a while here. For the Niners, no Eric Armstead. Missing a couple guys, but getting a couple guys back to Chargers. 4-1 in their last 5, coming off a 3-point Atlanta win. The Niners, they're coming off a nice Rams win, even though the Rams are kind of bad, but still coming off a nice win there. I just think it's a lot of points. 7.5 points. A great line. And I'm going to take the Chargers plus 7.5 on the road here. Chargers don't have some of their offensive weapons. They still got Eckler, still got Justin Herbert. He's been throwing without his main guys for pretty much all season here. And 7.5. I think this will be a fun and entertaining game. I'll take the touchdown and a half from the Chargers on the road here. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Sunday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.